the price of prescription drugs in the United States. On both sides of the aisle in Congress, there have been vigorous and heated debates about the appropriate legislative solution for what is seen as out-of-control drug pricing. President Trump released his blueprint for reducing drug prices in the United States, and earlier this year signed a number of executive orders aimed at pressing forward many of the proposals contained in his blueprint and encouraging his administration to take the regulatory actions needed to press forward on drug pricing. With the election looming, I wanted to look at the Joe Biden healthcare plan to see what it said about prescription drug pricing. Here's what I found. First, the Biden plan would allow the Medicare program to negotiate drug pricing directly with manufacturers. Medicare is one of, if not the largest purchaser and payer of prescription drugs in the United States, but the law currently bars Medicare from negotiating directly with manufacturers. The Biden plan would eliminate this portion of the law, allowing Medicare to flex its purchasing power with drug companies and realize lower prices. The Biden plan would also limit Medicare rates for certain new drugs. These specialized biotech drugs that have no competition would be subject to review by an independent board. This board would be tasked with recommending a reasonable price reflecting the value of the drug by looking at prices in other countries or by doing their own independent evaluation of the drug. This reasonable price would become the rate that Medicare and the public options pay. In addition, the plan would allow private plans that are on the marketplace to access a similar rate. Third, the Biden drug plan would limit drug price increases to the rate of inflation. As a condition of participating in the Medicare program, drug manufacturers would have to agree to limit price increases to no more than the general inflation rate. We've often heard criticism of drug manufacturers for increasing prices at rates that can't be explained by simple inflation. This portion of the plan aims to address that concern. Next, the plan would allow consumers to import drugs from foreign countries. So long as the Department of Health and Human Services determines that the drug is safe, a consumer would be allowed to re-import prescription drugs for their own use. Next, the plan would ensure that there's a continued supply of quality generics that are available to enter the market. We know that the entry of generics has a lowering price on overall prescription drug prices, and by eliminating the strategies that are currently used to delay the entrance of generics into the marketplace, the Biden plan believes it can ensure a continued supply of these generics and continued downward pressure on drug pricing. And then finally, the Biden plan would eliminate a tax deduction that currently exists for advertising costs for manufacturers. Drug makers have been accused of using direct-to-consumer marketing to subvert the medical decision-making process by doctors, and as a result, in raising prices and artificially inflating demand. The Biden plan believes that by eliminating this tax break, direct-to-consumer advertising won't be as interesting to manufacturers as it currently is. Well, those are the 6 provisions of the Biden drug plan. Some of these we've seen before in other ideas, some of them are new. But one thing's for sure, all of these proposals would require either legislative or regulatory changes, and as we know, those changes take time, and those changes take effort. Thanks for listening, and visit me at www.policypros.net.